Hello. Okay, so I made some radio buttons. They're not super smart, but now I need to make some checkboxes because radio buttons, you should expect that you can only choose one. But on the shampoo or wash page, you may want to have multiple things. So I'm going to start from scratch. Let's go to my components page. I'm going to scroll out and then go up there. There we are. Cool. So I'm going to make a checkbox. And I realize these are, what size are these? Font. Oh, font. 36. Okay, cool. We'll make the other ones 36. Kind of big, but whatever. So I want the checkbox first. I'm going to use the rectangle tool. So I'm going to just type the letter R, or you can always find it down here on the bottom. I'm going to click and then hold shift and make a box that is about the same size as the radio button. So I'm going to make it a little smaller. Let's zoom in. All right. That's probably fine. Okay. So I want to make this not have a fill, but have a stroke of 2. And then I'm going to, what color is this? F, what a weird 8B8989. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to make my checks that color. So let's add the checks. So to that corner, and then I'm going to hit enter. Maybe I'll shrink it in a little. And then the pen tool is the letter P, I believe. Yeah. I'm going to click here and here, and then hit enter. Cool. So let's actually grab them. I want to make them slightly smaller. Let's see if I did that right. Option. No, I didn't get the other one. Command Z. Let's go to layers because it's easier. So in file, here's vector 3 and vector 4. And let's hold down option so that it shrinks from the middle, and shift so it keeps its aspect ratio. Looks like I did a terrible job with this one. All right, good enough. Let's make them that weird color. Cool. So there is my on checkbox, and I also need text. So I'm going to do T for the type tool. Oh, we were in vector mode. Did you see how that changed? Let me click out. Well, there's my text. Checkbox. So here's my checkbox word, whatever that word may be. I'll kind of center it. And then here's an important thing is that, one, we want these to be grouped together. Where are they? There they are. We're in components. So these 3 things and the rectangle should all be in a group. However, we are also going to be, this is going to be a clickable area. So we kind of want, I didn't want to have this be the only thing that's clickable because that's too small. I wanted the text. And then I ran into an interesting thing where I should have probably done a longer word before I did this, because then my clickable area was basically only this big. So I'm going to fix that this time by using the frame tool. So I'm going to type the letter F or choose frame down here. And I'm just going to drag a box. And this is going to be basically the clickable area. That's probably good enough. Cool. So that is my frame. And it also nicely groups everything together. Frames and groups, they're different and can be used interchangeably. Almost interchangeably. So here's my checkbox. I'm going to name the frame that. And now before I make the second one, I'm going to make this a component and then basically just get rid of the checks. So let's go. So the whole frame is selected. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say make a component, create component, which is option command K. Now I have my single component and I'm going to add a variant to that. So I want basically the on and off state. So I'm going to go up here. There is a little diamond with a plus. this is the easiest place to add your first variant. After that, these like plus symbols show up and it's easy, but you can add it here. There's also, I think, something in the drop down. Cool. So now we have 2 checkboxes, and I want the top one to actually not have the checks. So I'm going to delete them, hopefully. There we go. Cool. So let's make sure the whole thing is selected. Up on the top, it is currently called property 1, and I'm going to change it to checkbox. And then I hit enter, and you can see there's 2 values in there because we have the whole thing. It's going to basically give us a list of all the variants. So I'm going to click on it, and then in here, I'm going to say this one is off, and this one is on. And Figma does this cool thing where if it's 2 values and they're off and on, it assumes that they're like a toggle. Okay, so let's just move that, give those some space. Cool, so we're ready to go. Oh, no, we're not. We need to wire this one so that we don't have to do it ever again. So I'm going to choose the first one, and I'm going to go to prototype, and I'm going to say, I'll do the easy thing and then we'll make it more complex. When I tap, I want you to change to on, and we'll dissolve it in, and that's great. And then this one, I'm going to have an interaction that says, oh, maybe this will work. On tap, change to off. So basically, if the on is showing, you click it and it goes to off. If the off is showing, you click on it and it goes to on. Right, so I have a little test window. You can do like a preview test instead of, what did I just do? Instead of doing the whole prototype. So I'm basically going to grab this. Let's see, I just want this one, and I'm going to option drag it on here. And then just to make sure that it's working correctly, I'm actually going to make 2 to verify that like only one box will be checked. So this one will be who should fight whales and sharks. Okay. Cool. So here's my preview. That's my old test. Get out of here. See that? That would have sucked because this would not have been clickable, but the rest would. That's what I had to fix. Okay. I'm going to click this frame. This is just my preview test frame. It's just an empty frame. These are awfully far. It might not show up. Cool. Click on the frame, and then Shift Space will open up a little preview. Also, if you look under the little drop down next to the preview arrow, you can say preview, and there's the command for it, Shift Space. So let's do that, Shift Space. And can we zoom in? It's awfully small. There we go. Click, it turns on. Click, it turns off. On, off, on, off. Does sharks work? Yes. Awesome. So now we have a fake checkbox that looks like it works. Hooray! Okay, bye.